Good day e buongiorno. Se hai bisogno di guardarlo in italiano, clicca semplicemente sull'interrotore dei sottotitoli. The question sometimes arrives from my clients, how do I get smoother footage using my smartphone camera or action camera if I want to move around? Our first answer is usually have no more than one glass of wine before beginning production, and the natural follow-up is to suggest that they use some type of steadying device for their camera. Some action cameras have good electronic image stabilization built in, but it's good to have options. During my work as an actor in commercial and feature shoots, I have seen talented and agile camera operators use a wide assortment of hardware for steadying their shot. It's been remarked that the famous Swedish cinematographer Sven Nykvist never needed a Steadicam because he had a natural talent for getting very steady handheld shots without any ancillary equipment. But most amateur photogs like myself are not quite at that skill level. Over the years, these steadying devices have become more compact, lighter, and easier to employ. In this video, I will show my first test of one such device, which has come to market within the past few years. This one is at a price point that makes it attractive to amateur videographers, but as you will see, it is rich in features that make it amenable to certain kinds of professional productions as well. Special thanks to Colin and Marco, the dog, for their guest appearances here. Thanks also to Mother Nature for providing some interesting and rare snowy weather here in Memphis. I've been reluctant to open this package, which I just received from Amazon a few days ago, because I knew as soon as I did I would be interested in getting into playing with it and using it, and tell you briefly why I decided to buy it. What we have here is Gimbal, the iSteady Multi from Hohen. You can see the name there, it's Hohen, the brand. And I'd read up on these and also seen a couple of other videos on YouTube that some people had posted about them, talking about their features and quality. And I thought it was pretty intriguing, so I figured it'd be worthwhile to get one for myself and try it out. This is what could be referred to as a semi-professional or quasi-professional piece of gear, but it could be used for professional situations as well. If you have a small format camera, it's good enough for professional work. So, get the box open here. Nice, it's in its own case. Carrying case, which is zippered. I like that. And what you see inside of the case, instruction manual. May I help you? I can always use some help. And then let's see the components that are here. Well, there is the gimbal itself, which looks like this. Its controls on the back, and a mounting system, either for a smartphone or for a small format camera. Now, the mounting system on this one is different from the one I looked at originally, because I was just going to get one for my smartphone. But this one will not only hold a smartphone, it'll also hold cameras like the Sony RX100. You'll also see that there's a mini USB port right here, which you can connect to the camera, which I think will control some functions of it. Maybe even provide power to it. I don't know. I haven't looked into this yet because this is brand new. They include a USB cable. That's probably for charging. Maybe that is the charge port. And here's another USB cable that comes with it, with a USB-A, the USB mini. And there's an extension. That's pretty nice. Well, oh no, I see. This is a tripod, a little tripod. So you can put the tripod on the bottom in the tripod connection and stand it up. Let's try that real quick. I'm anxious to get into trying this thing out, but I do want to read up on it and see what all I can do. So that's neat. So this apparently will work in conjunction with face recognition software of cameras. So what's neat about that is you could set it on a tripod, similar to this, or a full-size one, and then have it perform on its own with someone seated or moving around in a space with the face recognition software. Now, there's a way to mount what appears to be a GoPro type camera. Yeah, so they have a little mount that they include here for the GoPro. They also have this clip, which could be used for certain size smartphones. Looks like it would work with mine. And then a couple of other accessories here. These are used for attaching a regular camera to the bottom of the camera nest in the top. It's good. Okay, I just wanted to give a quick overview of what's in the package when I first open it. And then I plan to do some testing with it. Today may be a good day. It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. And it's doing some snowing outside, so my son's real excited about that. So I'll try and get some shots in the backyard and test this out, see how it works. Just checking out the 4 basic modes of the gimbal. And already I can see it's very useful because in the default mode, it locks the roll and the tilt. And you can move left or right, and it maintains things smoothly in both the roll and the tilt axes. And that's great, because if you move your arm in such a way that you would normally be swinging a camera where it is not parallel with the horizon, then you would have a problem with the shot looking a little out of whack. And also, there's the issue of it shaking and looking like shaky footage. This improves things a lot. Now, if you tap on the mode button twice real quick, what ends up happening is it will maintain a lock on the roll, but you can tilt it down or up, and it will do those tilts smoothly. Very handy for certain types of shots. If you tap 3 times, what it's going to do is maintain a lock. So no matter what direction you go in, whether you're trying to move it down, basically what I'm doing now is I'm tilting it up and down, and I'm moving left or right, and it's maintaining its position with respect to what you were shooting, which is pretty neat. So that's basically an all-lock feature. If you tap 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, now you have the ability to do this sort of thing where it will roll. Everything is basically unlocked. You can tilt down, you can tilt up, you can move left or right in any direction you want to. But it's keeping things still kind of smooth. So even though you can get things going out askew with the landscape, it's making the motions a lot more smooth. Now if I go back to a single tap on it, it'll take me back to my original setting, the default setting, which is you can move, as I said before, left to right. And I'm tilting up and tilting down, and nothing's happening with the tilt. And I'm rolling now, nothing's happening with the roll. So the default makes sense. It's probably the one you would want to use most of the time, especially for landscape shooting and nothing that's crazy or special effect. So I'm impressed. And this is without the app installed on the camera or anything of that nature. I haven't installed it on my smartphone and set up the gimbal to communicate with the smartphone. Try that next and see what happens. The other really neat thing, of course, is that The joystick allows you to do whatever you want to with it. You can pan left or right. You can tilt up and down. You know, and basically anything in between. Right. Joystick feature. And since I don't have the app installed, the slide button doesn't do anything right now, such as with the focus or any other functions with this smartphone. But nice. Okay, so a few final notes about the unit. When I first ordered it, I was expecting to maybe get something that was made mostly of high-impact plastic. Well, that's not really the case. It's high-impact plastic here. The rest of it is very well engineered, top-quality metal, as would be used in any type of production device. Here's the joystick control in the center, the mode button, the power switch, power indicator shown on the side to show you how much charge you have on the internal battery. On this side, there's a way to connect USB cables for charging here, or to use this USB connection to actually power your camera, like a power bank. This connection is handy because you could connect a microphone or a light there. And of course, there is a 1/4 inch threaded, 1/4-20 threaded on the bottom for connection to a tripod. It's a very good build. This USB connection, by the way, as I discovered, is for connecting primarily to Sony cameras, which can be controlled by things like the slider control here for telephoto or wide angle. And I don't know a lot about that because I don't have a Sony camera. But at any rate, I'm impressed. I think it's worthwhile. There's a trigger on the front for use in the sport mode, so you can start certain types of cameras. And no need to be afraid about the manual. It's actually only about 15 pages, but it's in several languages, including Mandarin, Japanese, português, italiano, e français, e espagnol. So they've done their work, I think, very well in thinking this thing through. It's a nice unit. It's comfortable to use. I've enjoyed testing it so far, and I think it's one I'm going to keep and be able to do a lot of nice work with it and enjoy. Ciao.